Our next learning objective is to get a detailed look at recording materials and labor costs in a job order costing system. And the first step is to order and track raw materials. Now we're going to follow all the costs of job 70 for Gabriella's guitar shop. Remember, they build custom guitars, so they use a job order costing system to track how much their guitars cost to make. Famous guitarist Jimmy Page visits Gabriella's guitar shop and requests that a double neck guitar be made for him. So this means we will need a job cost record to keep track of the guitar's direct materials and direct labor. Then, when the job is finished, its share of the manufacturing overhead costs will be allocated to this job, at which point the cost will be transferred to finished goods. The job number is 70. We also need to input the customer name and job description. The company is all out of raw materials, so on the 25th of May, the company orders and receives $800 of wood, guitar strings, and glue. The order is on account. So in the journal, we need to debit raw materials inventory, an asset account, and credit accounts payable, a liability account. Now remember, the A+ for raw materials is just reminding that raw materials is an asset, A for asset, and the plus means the account is going up. And for AP, accounts payable, the L+ is reminding you that this is a liability that is increasing. Then our accounting system, after we journalize this, will post the $800 to raw materials. We aren't showing the posting to AP, accounts payable, but just know that would happen too. Now notice we put all three materials, wood, strings, and glue, into one raw materials inventory account. This is convenient, but if we wanted to know how much wood we have in the account, we wouldn't know. So in reality, our raw materials account has a raw materials subsidiary ledger. This subsidiary ledger, also called a subledger, is just a breakout of all the different materials. For instance, we can now see the order consisted of $600 of wood, $195 of guitar strings, and $5 of glue. So the total of the subsidiary ledger account balances, 600 plus 195 plus 5, must equal the raw materials inventory account, which is at 800. Using subsidiary ledgers gives a company better control of their raw materials inventories. Work in process inventory would also have a subledger for each job. For example, job 69, job 70, and job 71. But we don't have room to show that. So here's an example of a record in the raw materials subsidiary ledger. This one is for the raw material wood for Gabriella's guitar shop. Each record will have an item number attached to the actual raw material. This first section shows any time we received the materials. The third section shows the current balance. And the middle section, called Issued, shows when wood has been taken out of the storeroom and added to a job that is in the process of being worked on. So going back to our T accounts, remember that the raw materials inventory account has a raw materials subsidiary ledger showing how much of each material we have. Other accounts with subsidiary ledgers include work in process and finished goods, but we don't have room to show them all, so we will leave them off of our workflow slides.